In an era full of games like Mass Effect and Halo, it's easy to forget how gritty and grounded real combat can be. If you're looking for a more realistic experience, there are tons of great games out there that simulate what it's like to be out there battling on the front line. Here are the top 5 most realistic war video games. Number 5, Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising. Set a few years into the future, Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising is a tactical shooter game where players can play out special ops missions as US forces trying to drive out the Chinese military out of Skira. The most interesting aspect about this game is that instead of playing one main heroic character, you're tasked with the responsibility of contributing to the war as a whole as a supporting player. This game isn't as fast-paced and full of constant action as some other war games, but the high stakes come into play when you realize that getting shot once could mean a fatality for your troop. If you get shot in, say, the arm or the leg, you'll notice your character suffering from the lag of a bleeding appendage, just like you would on the battlefield. Number 4, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas 2. This game follows Bishop from the other Rainbow Six games in the series as he begins commanding a new team in Las Vegas. The NSA has reported that 2 coyotes are smuggling chemical weapons from Mexico to Vegas, and it's up to Bishop to stop them. Although this is technically a tactical shooter game, oftentimes the easiest way to take down an enemy is with a quick, accurate shot. The hostage situations in this game require you to have a more careful shot, but it's easy to order your AI squad mates around you to help keep you protected and on your toes. Number 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This game follows the plotline of the 2 previous COD games, but this installment has improved graphics that make the game look and feel more real. You have the opportunity to follow a few different threads in the game, sending you all over the world to battle-torn metropolitan areas, or allowing you to pick up right where Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 left off. The gameplay itself is thrilling and fast-paced, and oftentimes it feels like you're struggling to gain control in an out-of-control situation. If you don't want to feel like your heart is being torn out of your body, opt out of seeing the disturbing content at the beginning of the campaign. Watching your fellow soldiers die in tragic, unpleasant circumstances isn't for everyone. Number 2, Arma 3. Even though Arma 3's gameplay takes a little longer to fully master due to its intricacy, the large-scale tactical combat that you get to engage in is well worth memorizing all of the keystroke combinations your character needs to deploy certain weapons. This is one of those games, however, where it really pays to play online with actual humans instead of letting the AI take control of the rest of your team. Like in actual combat, having teammates who can watch your 6 while you battle the enemy gives you a greater chance of staying alive longer in the game. Number 1, Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 is a first-person shooter game that takes place during World War I. When you're playing a single-player campaign, you take on a few different personas of fictional World War I characters whose names and backstories are revealed after you die. This feature is to remind those playing that war has real consequences. Instead of focusing on simply gunning down the enemy, Battlefield 1 forces you to acknowledge the heavy cost of war. These are just 5 of the many realistic war video games out there, so leave us a comment letting us know which other lifelike war games you want to see next, and don't forget to like and subscribe.